Our days do start early. Most of us have a tendency to wake up about 6:30 in the morning and show up to work, say around 7 o'clock in the morning.
Morning, usually we wake up about 6. So, we'll be back, we'll be in an office at about 7.
Well, every day when we wake up, the first thing that we do is very simple, status update. Well, you see, for our online trading team, we run projects across the region, and because there are dependencies across how we route products and services, we need to ensure that the online trading experience is seamless across all channels and hopefully across the regional office as well.
In the industry for many years, it's like you end up being an early riser.
For me, I wake up at 6 in the morning. I look at how the US market closes. I look at how the Australian market opens, because many a times there's an impact on our market here. All right?
First things first, we'll read up with regards to the latest development of world economy, what happened yesterday in the US, in particular because of the 12-hour differential between us and them. So see if there's any big implosion in terms of stock market movement, any big data from the US, and carry on forward with any relevant news in Japan or China at that particular moment. So it's very news driven. We look for headlines, we look for things that matter.
First thing, we look at the markets, what happened in the US market the night before. We look at currency, we look at oil prices, and look at how it affects the local market.
Financial services business, it is an information business. So staying on top of news flow is critical. So the typical day will start with understanding what happens overnight.
Always start your day with a good cup of coffee. A bad coffee spoils your day.
Before I brush my teeth, before I have my first cup of coffee, I'm looking at US market closing. That's how I start the day. Coffee. Really, coffee, because the day is long, because we don't, really sleep that much.
I can't live without a cappuccino or a flat white.
The only time I take a moment itself is when I have my coffee or take beverages, and that's it. Or when I go home. Oh yes, lunch! For myself, lunch, yes. It's a must. That's the only time I have a breather.
Client base in the thousands, so everything is very time conscious. We have to get things done in a very timely manner, because 9 o'clock in the morning market opens and people want to know information before market opens.
Coming to the office, you got to be, the mindset is rock and roll. I mean, that's the only thing. Every day starts with 0, and we got to rock and roll.
Our greatest assets are not financial, our greatest assets are the people and the talent, and at the investment bank and even at Maybank Group, I think we always believe in nurturing talent for our future leadership.
For me, I believe that in sales, you must respond to your client quickly. If you don't, you miss it. I always tell my team is, don't give another broker a chance. Once they have the opportunity to also show their strength, then the clients may use them, and then you miss out. I guess first you must have integrity, and then you must also take into consideration your clients' future rather than your own, their success and all that is also important, because they succeed, you succeed, you see. You kill them, they die, you also die. You really want to belong to Maybank, so I belong to that category. So we have always, every time we think we are a Maybanker, we protect the image of Maybank, and we want to make sure we are part of the Maybank, especially those days when I first started, it was really a family unit, which I now see John Chong bringing it back to the Maybank IB and Maybank Kim Eng culture.
I think a typical employee in my department would have to be a go-getter, okay? He would have to have the stamina to endure at least a 12-hour workday on a typical day. Okay, he's got to be a team player also. And I think it's very important that the individual has the drive to actually want to make a difference to our clients. We have to also produce our products in a very timely manner so that our clients stay on the market curve as close as possible.
Passion. Passion for the market. Without passion, then it's only a job, right? And that's all there is to it. Because our job here is more than just a job. If you don't like it, then maybe this career ain't for you.
There's respect for different values, respect for different nationalities that we operate in, different geography, different religion. I think respect is one thing that I have seen manifested across the years I've been with Maybank.
We keep trying to stress that let's go hunting, but hunt together. That way you actually raise your potential, the ceiling.
If you expect the team to do something, I think a leader must be prepared to be able to do it himself as well. You know? So, to me, leaders have to walk the talk, you know, and very much so lead from the front.
We're driven to be number one. That's something we always think about. And when we become number two in things or number three in things, of course we have our laugh and happiness and say, yeah, we do well. But deep inside, it's not enough. We want to be better. As long as clients think we're not number one, for us it's not good enough. So it's a culture driven to constantly do better.
Right, everyone's equal, we've got a flat structure, everyone works in a team. There aren't any superstars here. And the bosses are, but they're our bosses, right? You have to deliver. We're not here to mess around, you know, and Maybank is number one. Like, you have to be number one, right? People have this expectation that, oh yeah, because you're number one, you know, it's easy, you don't have to keep up. But it's because we do keep up that we're number one, right? Ask any of our clients, like, who's the best? You know, we have been the best. We've been the best for a very, very long time. It's because we hire the best people. We expect you to deliver. And it doesn't stop from when you walk into the bank. It stops when you leave the bank.
The one area that I really enjoy is the way in which the bank collaborates among different teams. So it's that inclusiveness, it's that spirit of teamwork, and it's really that culture and I guess desire of people coming together and